Imagine being arrested by masked agents while seeking citizenship, not for a crime, but for speaking truth to power. A Palestinian activist's case exposes a terrifying reality: the state weaponizing borders against dissent. What happens when the Constitution's promises collide with political loyalty tests, disguised as immigration law? In Vermont, a citizenship interview becomes a silent ambush. Masked ICE agents seize Mohsen Mahdawi as he steps into a room meant to grant him papers. 16 days in detention follow, his long-awaited naturalization interview denied, his future left suspended. A federal judge defies the government, ordering his release. But a 3-judge panel overturns that decision in days, not decades. This isn't justice, it's a guillotine draped in gavels. The government's threat hangs heavy: cross state lines to graduate, will arrest you. Courts that once protected free speech now criminalize it. Mohsen's voice rises: enough is enough, Palestinian people deserve safety. The government replies with deportation papers and a new precedent. ACLU attorney Nathan Fried Wessler calls it textbook censorship. The First Amendment cracks under the weight of a single student's courage. But this case is no anomaly, it's a harbinger. What happens when courts become tools of silencing dissent? Imagine a nation where your right to speak is measured by the speed of a judge's pen. Mohsen's struggle is a match struck in a powder keg. The question isn't whether he will win, it's how many others will be caught in the explosion. The answer lies in the next ruling, the next arrest, the next silenced voice. This isn't just a man's story, it's a mirror held to a democracy at war with its own soul. If this kind of wonder keeps you up at night, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. The right to question detention is older than the United States. In the 1200s, the legal principle of habeas corpus emerged in England as a means to challenge unlawful detention. Today, that same right faces a new enemy: algorithms and anonymous agents. Courts still cite habeas corpus, but the tools of control have changed. Surveillance systems track movements, databases flag opinions, borders close with a keystroke. But what happens when the state decides speech itself is a threat? The U.S. Board of Immigration Appeals has reinstated deportation proceedings against Mahdawi, citing immigration law itself as the weapon. No trial, no evidence. The government's actions are based on immigration laws and court decisions. What single decision empowers one official to criminalize dissent? The answer hides in plain sight. The same logic used against Mahdawi could trap anyone. An environmental activist, a war crimes witness, a civil rights organizer, all could face the same trap. The government's argument is simple: if you challenge power, you become the enemy. Constitutional guarantees of liberty now clash with indefinite detention orders. How does a democracy justify locking people for speaking? It doesn't, it rewrites the rules in real time. Judges who rule against executive power may pay a quiet price. Courts risk becoming echo chambers. When judges pay a price for defying power, who guards the guardians? The government's message is clear: obedience is the new citizenship requirement. The First Amendment is a constitutional guarantee, yet the citizenship test demands something more: loyalty measured in silence. Why does the test promise universality while practice carves exceptions? The contradiction isn't accidental, it's deliberate. Every protest, every lawsuit, every arrest tests the limits of that lie. Mahdawi's case isn't isolated, it's a warning shot. Protesters at Colombia demanded an end to genocide. Now they face deportation for demanding humanity. The same system that tolerates corporate pollution can't stomach a student's truth. This isn't justice, it's performance. Courts quote the Constitution, while ICE agents practice medieval cruelty. The battle for free speech isn't in courtrooms. It's in subway stations, dorm rooms, quiet conversations. Where will the next detainment happen? At a climate rally, a war veteran's testimony, a teacher's lesson on history. The government's reach grows with every silenced voice. But here's the flaw in the plan. Fear doesn't extinguish fire. Mahdawi speaks, others listen, the echo spreads. His words, "Enough is enough," become a mantra for those who refuse to vanish. Authorities may arrest one activist, but they can't arrest the idea. Every detained dreamer, every censored protest, every censored word fuels a counterwave. The system counts on compliance. It forgets the power of collective memory. Courts may bend, borders may close, but the story keeps growing. Somewhere, a student reads about Mahdawi and feels their own voice rise. Somewhere, a judge remembers why they swore to protect the Constitution. Somewhere, a citizen asks, who gets to decide whose speech is safe? The answer will come not in a courtroom, but in the spaces between silence and sound. The ovation began as a roar of triumph at Columbia's graduation stage. Then it turned to a silent protest as Mohsen's classmates raised clenched fists. Beneath the ceremonial hoods, a question hung sharp and unanswered. How many other students breathe freely, unchained to detention centers? The Constitution promises liberty, but carves it into layers. Citizenship becomes a currency. Birthplace becomes the coin. What happens when justice is rationed by zip code or passport? The hearing room where Mahdawi's fate now teeters feels like a theater. Shadows of other silenced voices flicker in the aisles. Each page of the law becomes a cage, designed to hold only certain truths. A nation built on liberty and justice for all now asks who gets to breathe. The answer isn't written in case law. It's etched in the eyes of those watching. What democracy survives when dissent is treated as deportation-worthy? The struggle isn't just over borders. It's over whether the word democracy still means anything. Mahdawi's lawyers now prepare to fight in higher courts. But the lower courts keep building walls between the Constitution's promise and its practice. To protect and defend the Constitution sounds like a simple oath. But what if the Constitution itself is the battleground? The real question isn't about ICE or any single agency. It's about whether the word justice still fits in a country that makes its own rules. The answer isn't waiting in a courtroom. It's already spreading, voice by voice, past every border built to contain it. If rights depend on where you're born, can freedom ever truly be universal? If this journey stirred something in you, leave a like. It helps whispers of the universe reach more curious minds. And hit that notification bell so the next wonder finds you first.